Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Okay, this is a lesson on changing fractions into percentages using equivalent technique done by myself, Imran Iqbal. And you can find this video and other videos on my homepage, which is Imran Iqbal One-to-One Tutor, the home of mathematics. Okay, this is the worksheet that I've designed for today's work. We're joined today by our lovely student Amina. She's having her one-to-one. She's having this lesson with you as well. Okay, now we're going to look at how to change fractions into percentages, but we're looking at a particular type of fractions whose, for example, denominators are either factors of 100 or multiples of 100. So this will make our technique that much easier. So let's have a look at these questions. There's going to be another video showing us how to convert fractions, for example, the numbers on the bottom like thirds or, for example, eighths, which are not factors of 100. How do we change those into... We'll look at these easier type of fractions first. Okay, here's our first example. Example number wahid. We have 1/10. So in a SAS question, you have a fraction like 1/10, 3/10. We need to change it into a percentage. Let's look at how we do that kind of question. Have I read? This technique, we call it the equivalent technique. We're going to make our fractions equivalent to 100. And as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, because all our numbers on the bottom will be factors of 100 or either multiples of 100, we can then quite easily change them into 100. I'll show you how. So, we have a tenth. I want to make it the same as how many hundredths is the same as a tenth. So we start at the bottom here. Whatever you multiply the bottom by to give you 100. So 10 times by what? Amina gives you 100? 10. Thank you. So Amina, if I times the bottom by 10, I must times the top. This is called equivalent fractions. So we're making a tenth equivalent to something over 100. And something over 100 is percentage. So 1 times by 10 is 10. So 1/10 is the same as, is equivalent to 10 over 100. Now, as we said in the previous video, if we have a number over 100, that's a percentage. So percentage means out of 100. So we can now grab this number. Okay, so 1/10 is the same as 10 hundredths, and once we've got it in this format here, we can just take the top number off, and that top number is our answer, 10%. Okay, let's have a look at another example. Example number 2. We have 4/5. 5 again is another factor of 100, another number that will divide into 100 exactly. So these numbers help us in this particular technique. Okay. So I'm going to make 4/5 equivalent to hundredths. How many hundredths? Start from the 5. What do you times 5 by to give you 100? 20. Thank you, Amina. If you times the bottom by 20, Amina, what do we do to the top? And that by 20 as well. So 4 times by 20 will give you 80 over 100, 80 hundredths. Now, a percentage means out of 100, so that's 80%. Okay, done. Alright, let's do 2 more quick examples, and that'll be the end of the video. Okay. So say for example we have 12 over 200 is a good one. Okay, and let's have a look. Okay, we have, okay. Now, in this number here, this top question, we can only do this equivalent to 100 method, when this number on the bottom is either a multiple of 100 or a factor of 100, and both of these, that's a multiple of 100, this is the factor of 100. That's why we can use this technique. Otherwise we'll do the other technique. So 200 to 100, you think, hang on a second, we're getting smaller, so we're not multiplying. What are we doing? We're dividing. In equivalent fraction you can divide as well. So 200 we divided by 2. If we halve 200 we get 100. So if we halve 12, what do we get? If you halve 12 we get 6. So 6 out of 100, which means 6%. That's our answer. 6%. Okay. Right, this next question. 14 over 25. Now that again, this number is actually a factor of 100. 25 will go into 100 how many times? 4. Thank you. So 25 times by 4 will give you 100. So we do 14 times by 4, that will give you. To work out 14 times by 4 in your head mentally, do 10 times by 4, which is 40. 4 times by 4, which is 16. 40 add 16 will give you a grand total of 56. And as we said before, 56%. Okay. Thank you very much for joining us on this lesson. Okay, I'm going to see whether I can get this sheet into focus here. Chapter 6 percentages, changing fractions into. Okay, try these questions at home, please. The answers are here. Okay. I will also be making a separate video on the answers. If you just look at it. Okay, thank you very much for joining us on this journey into percentages, one of my favorite topics. Students, one of their most hated topics. Inshallah, after these videos, it will be hopefully your most loved topic as well. Jazakallah khairan, thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum. See you next video. Inshallah.